When you're at this stage, the offer stage of the home buying process, it's super exciting, but it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Come here. You gotta pay close attention to this part. The art of the offer is important, and that's why you have a real estate agent. Their job's pretty simple. Their job is to guide you in making educated, data-driven decisions and negotiate the best sales price for your new house. Now, of course, it's my job as a lender to prove to your agent and the listing agent that you have adequate finances and preparation complete to really place this offer. Hey, time for that quick tip. The listing price is literally just a starting point for negotiations on that specific listing. Don't get discouraged if the listing price is a little bit higher than your purchase price budget, because we really never know why the seller's selling. So let's think about a few things to base your offer on. Does the property have any glaring issues that need to be resolved first? Is an inspection required for this property? If you're buying and selling at the same time, do you have to sell your house before you buy? Now, after you submit your offer, I gotta tell you, the waiting game, that's the hardest part. You shouldn't expect a simple yes or no when you submit your offer. Again, we're talking about multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in real estate, so you should expect counteroffers to go back and forth a couple times between you and the seller. If during the back and forth process of negotiations, you don't feel like you're gonna get the house, or the seller's just pushing too hard and you don't feel like you wanna sign the counteroffer, then don't do it. There's plenty of houses on the market. You'll find the one that's perfect for you. One of the reasons you're taking this course is to get some quick tips. So here's 3 negotiation tips for when you're in the field. You're gonna wanna take note of market time. Market time is one of the best indicators to figure out the desperation meter of a seller, to see how quickly they want this property off their books. The longer a property sits on the market, typically the more room for negotiation the seller will accept. The seller's best chance of selling a property is within the first 2 weeks of their listing. That's why you see the most competition on new listings. So as a buyer, if you see something that's been on the market for say 3 or 4 weeks, you know there's gonna be less competition when you place your offer on that property. A fantastic strategy for buying an asset undervalued is to actually search above your price range for properties that have long market times. Those truly are the diamonds in the rough. Oftentimes they're only days away from a price reduction. Negotiation tip number 2 is motive. If we can figure out why a seller is selling or their motivation to sell, we as the buyers definitely get the leg up. Highest and best price isn't always what a seller wants. Oftentimes, in my experience, they want to know that their house is going to be treated well by the next buyer. Key takeaway in negotiation is if we know the person's motive, that always is going to help out you as a buyer. Negotiation tip number 3, don't go home shopping with just a pre-qualification. What you really need is that competition crusher. If you haven't finished that competition crusher or can't remember what that is, go back right now, finish that up, and we'll see you on the next lesson.